Hi, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and today I wanted to discuss Scorpio degrees, the 8th and 20th degree, according to the degree theory by Nikola Stojanovic. As we all know, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So Scorpio rules death and rebirth um, and transformation. So, what are the items or things that describe this house? Scorpio rules jealousy, possessiveness, obsessions, sex, inheritance, other people's money. It rules the stock market. It also rules the toilet, garbage, death, surgery, traumas, fears, and pain from a past life. It rules corpse, cemetery. It also rules pregnancy. Because again, the eighth house is death and rebirth, and it's if you have a natal chart, a natural chart, the eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. So the eighth house rules the first pregnancy, the 10th house rules the second pregnancy, and the 12th house rules the third pregnancy. When Pluto is transiting a house, um, it awakens our willpower. I mean, we move mountains for the things that we want to get accomplished. And maybe before we thought we couldn't achieve it, but this time around, when Pluto's there, it gets done. So, whenever Pluto transits your chart, pay attention to that part of your life because it will be transformed. Now, this transformation, as opposed to Uranus, which happens in a snap of a finger, Pluto gives you about 3 to 4 years for you to prepare for this transformation in whatever house this is happening to. So, for example, let's apply. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention, the eighth degree um, in the sign of Taurus, and it's not meant to scare anybody, but I tell you the good and the not so great. So, but only specifically for Taurus at the eighth degree. Nikola said that that was the degree of black magic, but it's only for Taurus. Uh, Eighth degree in Aries and Gemini and, Cancer and Leo, whatever, gives a significance or the energy of Scorpio, which again deals with all of these things, right? Other people's monies, jealousy, possessiveness, obsessions, sex, etc. All right. So, one of the things that I do want to mention are special aspects to Pluto or Pluto aspecting, for example, Venus. You might meet somebody new who is a very passionate lover. It's also a good sign to have love affairs, right? When Pluto is aspecting Venus, it can also mean rape. Okay, unfortunately. When Pluto aspects Mars, um, it can be a really bad accident. A, and the car will be completely totaled. Um, Also, Pluto aspects to Mars also indicate rape, depending, of course, on the natal promise and on the house placement. When Pluto aspects Mercury, you go through a deep psychological transformation. Your intuition is increased because it's the mind connecting to, Pluto. So you go deep. Um, It also, you might be thinking a lot about death when this happens. So, for example, when Pluto is transiting your seventh house, um, divorce can happen, or a transformation of the marriage. You go through some crisis and then your marriage comes out stronger, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it can lead to divorce depending on, this, where your marriage is at. Pluto transiting your MC, your 10th house, you are going to go through a complete transformation in your career. Um, People that may be, you know, um, an accountant can become an astrologer, or a nurse can become an artist, like a completely different career. Nothing that has nothing to do with your prior life. If Pluto is transiting through your IC or your fourth house, your house can be destroyed. Um, a parent can die as well, because the fourth house is the end of life. And Pluto in transiting through the ascendant, you go through a deep transformation. Everything, your looks, the way you live, the way you act. Um, and just remember, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So if it goes through your second house, maybe you can inherit money, right? Because Pluto is the natural ruler Scorpio of the eighth house. If it's transiting your third house, then start thinking a lot about death. Like I said, a bad car accident can happen where the car is totaled. If it's transiting your fifth house, you can start a passionate love affair, or maybe you find a passionate boyfriend or girlfriend. If it's transiting your sixth house, be careful with corruption at work. Your coworkers might be caught stealing, or not something shady is happening at work or might happen at work. If Pluto is transiting your eighth house, um, you can have surgery, or your sex life can improve tremendously. If Pluto is transiting your ninth house, you might be traveling to Scorpio ruled countries, which include all of the Muslim ruled countries or Mexico. If Pluto is transiting your 11th house, careful with this one. Your new friends, people coming into your circle, maybe thieves, or maybe very jealous and possessive people. So, be careful on this one. Um, Pluto transiting your 12th house, you can be having nightmares about Pluto themes, right? About being killed or losing your life. Um, Now, one of the things that Nikola used to say is he would always call the eighth house the house of life danger. So if Pluto is transiting your eighth house, then you need to be very careful of the things that you do, where it's located, the planets that are in your eighth house. If it's Neptune, then don't swim in the sea by yourself or in water. If it's Mars, again, be careful with accidents. Um, let's see what Uranus. Oh, that one's a very dangerous combination as well. So, um, let's see what else. Mercury, I already mentioned, Venus as well. So I think I covered all of the planets. Anyway, I hope that this information has been useful to you. And it's not meant to scare anybody, but it's meant to just for you to be aware of what is happening, because astrology explains a lot of the things I have found. And I mean, I practice what I preach. It has explained a lot of the events that have happened in my life. And and in my friends' lives, I apply to pretty much everybody I know that of course wants to learn and share. So anyway, if you have found this video helpful and you might know of somebody that it also might help, please share the video. Hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button so that you can be notified when I post another video. If you would like a chart reading with me based on the degree theory, I will put my information below and you can send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. So thank you for your time and attention, and I hope to see you in the next video.